Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Thursday, May the 16th, and it's time for the weekend, should I say, weekly swing trade review, which we do every Thursday. We have a lot of them. I just added a bunch today, both long and short. So let's take a look. Oil, which I put out when it broke out a week ago, around 15, made it up to 1888 today, reaching one of my targets. And I believe we may retest this 19 3/4 range next. And if it gets real jiggy with it above that with volume, I wouldn't be surprised to see mid-20s. On the short side, BRZE, after a long uptrend, broke down, formed a large bear coil. We went short today. I'm looking for this to extend down towards the low 30s. CDNA on the long side, after breaking out of an inverse head and shoulder massive base with a breakaway gap, pulled back and has a 3-4 day consolidation on lower volume with good technicals. Just a matter of time before I think this gets above 16.15 and runs to 18 and 20 3/4. Also on the short side is CDW, which had a big run up, broke, wedged, or flagged, I should say. Another hard break and a perfect bear coil is developed. Looking for another wave down to take this towards 200 or worse. CGC on the long side with a pop, pullback, today popped again. Looks to me like if it does extend, if we can have a cooperative market, this may be an $18 stock. Coupang spiked up and tested the key resistance at about 23 3/4 today and then backed off. It still closed up a couple percent. And again, a little disappointing, but anytime you challenge an old resistance, you're likely to back off. If it does get through here, and this is a massive 1, 2, 3, 4, a fifth wave gets me to 26.5 or more. CRTO, popped again. This has got a coil developing here on apex near support. If it does pop again, 40 is your target. On the short side, Dash broke down and has a perfect bear wedge or coil. Looking for another wave down to take us near 200, give or take 2 points. ELVN, which we put out as a swing, popped and then pulled back, held support and ran right back up, and now it's flagging. If this gets above 26, targets at 31 and 35. E2 popped out. We put a swing on it. It's been consolidating in a wedge. If it break out here, your target's 5 3/4. FNGR has been backing and filling in a consolidation wedge of sorts. Almost broke out 2 days ago and backed off. It got very quiet, but this is going to need to move through the double top at 4, and then I'm looking for 5, 6, and 7. Big day for GOOS with a big earnings report. It spiked from 11.42 to 14.31, finished 13.16 up 174, 15%. Now, if it's able to get above today's high, 16 and 17.5 would be your follow-through targets. HROW broke out 2 days ago. We put a swing on it. It's backed off a little bit, as we often see, but it's a beautiful base. If they get at or near resistance, your next targets are 20 and 23. INOD also popped. We put a swing on it. It's been extending. Today it broke through the February high for a new highest level since September. That target is 15 and then 18. JMIA looked like it was flying as it broke out today. When unable to follow through as it got up to resistance and backed away. So net on the day, it was actually down a couple cents. But I like the overall structure. I wanted to show it to you. If it runs over 7, we're looking at 8 and 9. LSPD popped out of a base today, spiked from 13 to 15, 13, trading at 15.06 after hours, up 238, 228, 18%. Follow through gets me at 16 and 18. Minnesota Mining, 3M, broke out, pulled back, and popped. Today it's accelerated 100 3/4 to 105. This is a new swing. I'm looking for an extension to 111 and 119.20. MP may have broken out of the inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Either way, it broke to the declining tops line and ran up to next resistance. We get through that level. Yesterday's high at 19 1/4. I'm looking at 21 1/4, 3/4, and then 22 3/4. MRNA broke out. We put a swing on it. It's extending, getting up to 120, 133 today. That's up substantially from where we, at least starting breaking through here. It's moved about 20 points already, and it looks to me like 140 is your target. NNOX couldn't do it. Looked like it was going to break out, but it backed off today. Frankly, I'm concerned that if it doesn't go, with this pullback of 64 cents or 6%, I need this to hold around the 9.40-45 range, or it may be an exit time. NRIX popped, it put a swing on it, and then it backed off, but it's coming on again. It held support. Resistance 18, that's your target, then 22. NVAX popped, we put a swing on it, it ran up and pulled back and popped again. Now I'm looking for extension there, 17. PBI broke out, we put a swing on it, and then popped, but sharply pulled back today to test support again, although it did bounce off the $5 range to close at 531. Needs over 570 to get up to 6.75-7. Rent the runway has been very strong for 3 weeks. You can see the run up. Today popping another 863 or 35%. It's thinly traded, but this one merit rate may very well get to my next target in the 50 range, 45 and 50. Seed late today came out of the wedge. I'm looking for a follow through. I think the stock pops and moves to 7 and 8. ULBI put out as a swing and ran up through the first target and pulled back. Pretty steep pullback. Got it right to support and it bounced. It says got to follow through or you're stopping under 10.5. Targets of 13 and 16. WGS doing great. It popped out. We put a swing on it. It's been a rising flag. I think this goes to mid-30s. ZETA also popped. We put a swing on this one a few weeks ago. And I think it was around 11.75. The stock's now 17, looking like it could go much higher. And finally, that is it. And that's the last stock on my board today. A good amount of stocks look great here, folks. So keep an eye on most of them. You have your information you need to continue the swing. If you need a stop or a new target, always feel free to private message me or put a message in the room and I'll answer it. Good night, everybody. This is HP signing off.